Hey guys, so excited to be back with y'all today. So I want to share with you a new exercise that I have been learning in voice called the fry cry. I know, it sounds awesome because it is awesome. So the purpose of a fry cry is that it is used to connect the voice without pressure or strain between different registers. So if you're having a hard time with the connection between a head voice and chest voice, like if you're having a hard time getting into that mixed voice, or if you're singing and you experience a break in your voice, a fry cry can really help with that because it's a connector. So it's a really cool exercise. And in getting into this exercise, the vocal cords during this exercise, so they're shaped like a V. And so what we want to do, what we want to hone in on and zone in on is a certain muscle coordination that we're going to use during this fry cry exercise. So as your vocal cords come together, we want to focus on the muscle coordination called the edge. So when your vocal cords come together, this inner edge right here, it's like the first thing that touches and it's the last thing to release when your vocal cords are coming together. So it's really, really important, and that is what we're focusing on in the fry cry exercise. So this is going to feel very, very relaxed. It's very light, it's thin, it's focused. It feels as if you're holding back the breath when you do this exercise because only the cords are at work. This inner edge muscle coordination's at work. And so it's really, really cool. You want to make sure that all of your neck is going to be very relaxed. Your swallowing muscles should be disengaged. So a way that we can check this is that if we put our thumb underneath our chin, and if you swallow, see how it moves? And you can try that on your own. You can feel that swallowing muscle right here. You want to make sure that this is disengaged because if it is engaged in this exercise, it shows that you have tension in your neck. And that would be awful because the fry cry exercise is meant to have a connection without any strain, without any pressure. So it should be very, very light. The only thing that we're using is that really small muscle coordination of the edge, and so that's really important. So it's gonna feel very relaxed. It's gonna sound in the lower range. It's gonna sound like a vocal fry, like that Elmer Fudd vocal fry, and then as you go into that upper range, it's gonna sound like this cry-like quality. So it's gonna be really, really cool. And a way that we can get into vocal fry is you can get into it in a couple different ways. One of the ways is just by humming. And so if you start out by saying, and it shouldn't be compressed, it shouldn't feel strained, it should feel as if you're holding back the breath. And you want to think light is right. So it should be very, very quiet, it should be light, you're not straining anything. That's one of the ways you can get into it. Or you can get into it by a creepy laugh, like you're saying, "Mwah-ha-ha-ha-ha." Just like that. So that's awesome. So you can try different ways of how you want to get into that vocal fry, but you're going to start out in that lower range with this fry cry exercise. You're going to start out by doing that vocal fry, and then as we go up into the upper range, you're going to get that cry-like sound. So that's really, really cool. So we're going to try that together, and while you're doing this exercise, you want to make sure that your swallowing muscles are disengaged. You want to take your thumb, make sure to put it underneath your chin, so that as you do this exercise, you can tell if you're experiencing tension or compression. Remember, you do not want compression in this exercise, and so that's really important. So make sure that you do this when you do this exercise. So we can try it now. And as you can see, when I was doing the exercise, there were a couple holes as I was going up in that upper range. There were a couple holes when I was singing, and one, that's because I'm still learning this fry cry exercise, and so I have a hard time connecting my voice, and so I have a hard time getting into that mix, and so that's why there's like going to be some holes. But that's okay, because the fry cry exercise, it's not something that's just done overnight. You want to really and truly just practice this exercise like every single day, and know that your voice is different every day, so sometimes it's going to sound different, but that's okay. And also when you begin to do this exercise and you begin to have that continuity all the way through, you can start doing this exercise on a scale. You can even put like a couple of letters in front of it. You can do it on a whoa, or and a hmm, or a ma, different types like that, which is really, really cool. And this is just going to help with connection. And I think too, just knowing too that your vocal cords at this time, they're very thin. You have little air coming through. You're using little air, so you don't need a huge breath. Just a speaking breath is really good for this exercise. And just remember too, if you feel compression, if you feel tension, check and see what is tense, especially if it's your swallowing muscles. You want to disengage that, because we're just honing in on using the inner edge of your vocal cords. And if we can get this down, we can do anything. So I hope this was helpful, and I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching.